Hey, Mike.
What's up?
4th of July.
It is.
I don't know if we're going to release this today, so probably shouldn't have said that.
Nope, but we have 2 new guests.
Ryan's not new.
Down here it is.
That's a good point. And Ryan's a blind man now. Last time you saw him, he was able to see, but now he's blind considering he's wearing glasses in a basement.
Sunglasses.
It's like a Pepsi commercial.
They're prescriptions, okay? Calm your tits.
And this is Ian.
It's Reed's brother.
He could have been his own man, Mike.
Nope.
I am Reed's brother.
He
That's
called
who I
himself
identify.
he called himself Reed's surrogate earlier.
That's right.
Fair enough. We have a pretty awesome beer that I've been dying to open, and it makes sense for us to open it with 4 people plus however many are upstairs. This is So Happens It's Tuesday by the Bruery. It's a 15% bourbon barrel-aged stout. Dark and delicious display of rich malt, toasty oak flavors, and vanilla-like notes from extended aging in bourbon barrels. Now, Mike, while I open this, we pour. Do you want to explain what we did with Kyle before?
What with the
Not
Black
the
Tuesday?
chip stuff. The Black Tuesday, yes.
Yeah. We drank Black Tuesday. It was extremely strong. We got not fucked up. It was a good time.
Oh, well, I was expecting a little bit more than that, but okay.
Sean, I was blacked out by the end of that night. I don't really remember that
was the
much.
first beer we did.
I said by the end of the night,
Yeah.
it fades the whole day.
So Black Tuesday was like a 22% Imperial Stout that was just, it tasted like BBV. But this I ended up getting, on top of the bottle, it was $22. I ended up getting this for 50% off because I was down in North Carolina. They were selling every North Carolina beer for 50% off.
That's awesome. What a great deal.
It was insane.
By the way, it totally feels like North Carolina today in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly does.
It feels like 100 degrees.
That's why I'm glad I'm down here.
Yeah.
So this looks pitch black.
Yeah.
We're also in the basement, so.
No, but
No, I'm just
the
kidding.
lights are pretty
Lights,
bright.
No,
Yeah.
it's pretty bright. It's pitch black.
Yeah, but you don't see any red or brown even at the bottom, you know?
Yeah, the shape of this glass, though, lets a little cast light come through, and then you get a little bit of what looks like a cola sort of color down the bottom
Actually,
here.
yeah, I'm looking underneath your glass. Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of get that, yeah.
Nice. Cool. And the head dissipates pretty
Does it
quickly.
say, like, bourbon?
Yeah, it kind of
much
popped
of a
off
head.
pretty quickly, but there's not much lace either that'll be left behind. So
No, it's just the alcohol lacing that
Yeah.
clear.
Doesn't say what it's aged in. But yeah, want to get a nose?
Yeah, so it.
This is the 2018 variant, for anyone that's wondering.
Holy shit, it's like Dutch cocoa.
big time.
A little
So,
bit,
And
tiny
blues.
bit of dark fruit.
Yeah,
I was
oh, yeah.
gonna say there's definitely like some
I'm getting almost like cherries and
stone fruit. Yeah,
stone fruit too. Yeah,
Almost like prune.
prune. I was
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
cherries and
Prune.
prunes.
yeah.
I mean, it's like it's not as bitter as sort of you expect. You got like some good amount of sweetness in there.
Yeah, a lot of stone fruity sweetness. But you get the barrel. You can get
Yeah.
like a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of like.
What's
wood.
the barrel?
Does it say? It
It
doesn't
doesn't say.
say.
It just
Doesn't.
says. I think. Well, it's definitely bourbon, but it doesn't say what kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely devil's cut in there, so
Think so?
I think so.
I mean,
We'll definitely get more on the tongue.
yeah, it smells good.
Yeah.
Down
Not
down.
really as boozy as I would have thought.
It's
From the
15 and a half.
15. I think 15 even.
Well, who needs fireworks when you got 15?
15 even. Let's get
See how it
a taste.
tastes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Happy birthday,
Happy
America.
4th. Yes.
America.
We made it.
Screw it, Britain.
That's perfect temperature.
Wow.
Perfect temperature for a stout. It's a little thinner than you expect, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of mouthfeel.
I like that
No.
about it a lot, though.
But it's not so boozy.
No, but
not really
it's got
cloying either.
It's got
No.
a pack of like just the stone fruits, the prunes,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of prune finish.
the barrel, like an oakiness, maybe a little bit of like tanniny.
A little bit,
Vanilla.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some cherry in there. There's a lot of chocolate. It has a real big punch. You can tell it's a high ABV beer, but it's not burning.
Right.
No.
You know, you got some balls in there. If you know,
I was gonna say that too. Like, so I drink a lot of whiskey, and what I experience most is as soon as it kind of clears the whole palate, is I get the activation of the salivation glands that kind of dump a bunch of like fluid into that well of your mouth that towards like the lower like row of teeth, and that's what happened there, but without the burn, like you guys were saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good point.
that's-
I'm getting that as well right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm like, that's the most scientific I think we've ever had.
Yeah, I know. It's really.
We could be on more often.
I could also be found at the Worth and Host Cafe.
No, that's very. I get a lot of dark fruit on the finish. A lot of dark,
Big time.
black cherry, prune. A lot of bourbon in the finish too, as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
But there is like that sort of that sort of iconic coffee note to it that you would expect.
The super dark espresso.
Yeah,
just
a little bit roasty. Yeah, a little bit
yeah,
roasty.
there's a little bit of bitterness in the background there that helps kind of like keep it from being, too much of fruity or.
But I do get that bourbon thing you're talking about. That almost vaguely molasses. And,
right. It's like it's not quite sharp like
No.
a normal fruit flavor, but
No. Yeah.
it's nice.
And as it sits, like as you're just sitting, like after you've taken a sip for a while, you still get that tartness of like a cherry, but
Right.
like a chocolatey cherry, and it just kind of lingers in a
Yeah,
nice
it-
way.
it's
Like
It's not
not
quite
too
as
much.
sharp though. It's not
You know,
like
and while you're sitting there, the flavor is actually sort of evolving on my tongue even now.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. But not in a bad way. It's not like
No,
an
it's beautiful.
aftertaste that's lingering and like kind of
Right.
torturing you. You know, what I
It's
mean?
pleasant.
Yeah,
It's very pleasant. So,
but-
did you learn anything about the process? I'm not trying not to hit you with questions, but like, did you learn anything about the process for production?
Of this, no. I didn't.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, sometimes a lot of times for us, it's better to go in completely blind and just judging on its own merits.
Sure.
Less on the craft itself and more on the final product. Because ultimately that's what's going to affect the
Sure.
standard consumer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think like usually what the most we'll do is we'll look at the back of the bottle, look at the front of the bottle. We try not to dig because if you try digging too far, you
color
inevitably
your
hit like
expectations almost,
an
right?
Untapped or Beer Advocate review,
Sure.
and I'd rather not look at the reviews before. Especially, there are beers that we've had before that we reviewed, but some beer and actually this beer Mike and I both had at Row 34, but it was one of those more just drinking it with buddy
Okay.
experiences, not like, you know what I mean, like
Right.
And by the way, when I had it was with your brother.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
like you're not analyzing it, but like we try to be as blind or as impartial as possible.
Good for you guys.
Because if you look at even the descriptor sometimes from the brewery, you'll start like, I see that now, and it's sort of just it's not the same as
Yeah, no, but I understand that sometimes having too much knowledge up front can kind of like, muddy the waters of,
Yeah, colors your
of
expectations.
experiencing it on your own. Yeah,
Or if they're like, oh, this is Pappy Barrels. And you're like, oh, it's Pappy Barrels. Of course, it's supposed to be great, right?
Right.
yeah. So I mean I'm a fan. I think this is great.
This is fantastic.
And I like that it has a big punch, but it's sort of interesting because it doesn't have that super like oily kind of finish.
No.
It's a little thinner than you'd expect, but not in an unpleasant way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I like a bolder mouthfeel with this type of barrel aged stout, but this is
Yeah, it works for me in
Fantastic.
this context.
For 15%er, it's not cloying at all. Like, I was almost expecting, knowing the ABV ahead of time, like thinking that it would just kind of stick with you. It'd be like sticky and kind of resinous, but it's not.
Well, you expect either a huge alcohol kick or a huge syrupy,
Right,
cloyingly sweet
like
kick.
you expect a huge body, but it's not.
yeah.
No,
and,
this
and
is
there's no
a great-
adjuncts as far as I know. This
No.
is just strictly just an imperial stout, Asian bourbon barrels, and you're getting all those like interesting flavors directly.
Like no
from the
lactose or
barrel.
anything like that,
Yeah.
right?
No.
And the thing is too is like the body is actually perfect for a high ABV beer. So it's perfect for sipping.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
you talk about the bourbon, and it's sort of like, you know,
it's dynamite for this time of year.
yeah,
It's not
especially
going to weigh you
this
down
time
if
of
you're
year.
outside drinking it. You know.
Yeah.
It's-
Perfect.
We'll go outside in 90-degree weather and sip this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be up in your kitchen with AC.
I'll be hiding right there.
Where we belong.
But yeah, let us know in the comments if you've had the brewery So Happens It's Tuesday from 2018 and what you think of it, and what you think of Black Tuesday too, because that's just the crazier version of this. And nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things. And there we have guests.
We're caught.
wearing sunglasses.
We got
Please like,
caught.
comment, and subscribe. And plus,
What the fuck is going on?
press the bell button. And I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike.
And
Right.
this is Nerdsense.
Nick, get in here.
Hello.
And that's Reed.